Welcome. Welcome to this session. Shall we continue? In glossary, the discussion is needed. Multitude. Multitude means the masses, vulnerable, ordinary people, uneducated, and not only uneducated, people in mass in the society. Maybe educated or uneducated. It's money madness that won't leave these educated ones, uneducated ones like that. Pang. Pang means sharp, intense pain or distress. Not physical pain. Pang means mental pain. Tremor. A shaking or trembling movement caused by fear. That's right. Quail. Quail means lose heart, become hopeless. Grovel. So, to behave in a servile way. Servile means to kneel down, to surrender ourselves. To kneel down or surrender ourselves. Delirium, an excited, dreamy state, most often seen in serious illness. Yes. Shall we go to the comprehension? Yes. While writing the comprehension in your notes, again be aware that the first main should be answered in a word, phrase or sentence each. It should not be a paragraph. Unwanted explanation is not needed. To give explanation, to explain, you have two more mains. Second main is there, 4 marks main, 6 marks main is there. There you can explain, but for first main, you have to answer in a word, phrase or sentence. So instructions will be given. The first main's instruction is like that only. Answer the following questions in a word, phrase or sentence each. Got it? Be aware of that. But fill the blanks means you have to write the full sentence, fill the blank and underline the word which you use to fill the blank. That is the procedure. So, how do people feel when they give £1? They feel a pang. Feel a pang. That's all the answer. How do people feel when they give £1? Pang. They feel a pang. 10 pounds. Tremor. Yes, tremor. So, in case, if this question they asked in second main, 4 marks question, then you have to explain. Or else, in first main, no. Money has got us down could mean it ruined us, it has made us tremulous, it has made us greedy, it has made us its slaves. Fourth one, it has made us its slaves. How are people without money usually treated? The people without money, how they treated? They are made to eat dirt. They are made to eat dirt. They made Allah. It's not they made. It's not at all they made. In passage you had to write. It has made us, how people without money usually treated. They were made to eat dirt. What things should be made available free of cost? Bread, shelter and fire. Bread in the sense food. Food, clothing and shelter in this area, but you are not supposed to write food, clothing and shelter. You have to write bread, shelter and fire. What reference to the poem you had to answer, not through your general knowledge. Got it? Bread, shelter and fire. The speaker is frightened of having no money? No. Eating dirt? No. Money madness. The collective madness of the money madness of the people. Yes, B is the answer. What happens if we do not regain our sanity about money? People start killing one another for money. People start killing one another for money. That's the answer. Yes. How does money trigger fear in an individual? How does money trigger fear in an individual? Because money is a collective madness. If a person he started that madness of collecting money, then it goes on increasing and makes him insane, and he never bother about others, just go on collecting money. He never bothered to commit wrong things, evil also, to make money. To give £1 for others, you write better to write pound only, £1 for others, people feel a pang at heart. But to give out a £10 note is a real tremor, real shivering at heart of losing that huge amount of money. How does an individual measure the value of another individual in terms of money? People used to ask question. People used to ask question with one another, how much a person is worth? How much a person is worth in terms of money, in terms of richness. If he has no money, he'll be neglected, he'll be humiliated, and people let him eat dirt and go cold, suffer. People will make him to suffer with lack of basic needs. And if the person has no money, sometimes these rich people may provide him money but make him to suffer with humiliation, just as they provide him the basic needs. Along with the bread, along with the food, whatever they provide for him to survive, they make him to eat dirt, which means they make him to humiliate a lot, by which he may think that it's better to die off rather than surviving getting food from others, these rich people. Collective madness about money affects the individuals also. How does the poem brings this now? So, the poet compares the human beings on the basis of money who are affected by money madness. The person who is mad of money, he offers money for his fellow men who don't have sufficient money to meet his basic needs also. Maybe a very small amount, but humiliate him a lot. If that person, the poor person, is weak one, mentally too weak, he may commit suicide by that humiliation. Such is the money madness which prevails in the society. So, if a person has no money, he is not respected in the society and he is humiliated. If he has no money, everyone rejects him in the society, and he is of high value who has money. His character, his education, his manners, his good behavior, nothing will be considered in front of money. These rich people, they may tell him to eat dirt. In case food is provided him for his survival also, they will humiliate him to such an extent that he may think that death is better than this humiliation. And this situation, nobody respects him, nobody considers him as a human being if a person has no money. Yes. What, according to the poet, might happen if people do not regain sanity about money? What solution does he offer? According to the poet, if we won't regain the sanity about money, people may start killing each other just for the sake of money. If money is the measuring tape to value a person, then everyone concentrates in earning money more than what he needs. If that earning mentality solidifies and makes him insane, automatically he never bother right or wrong. He even take the evil steps to reach that stage where he can reach the people who humiliated him. So people may start killing each other also just for the sake of money. What solution does he offer? The poet offers a solution for this. What's that? Bread should be free, shelter should be free, fire should be free for everyone, each and everyone in the society. Right? Do you have any doubt in this poem? Before closing the poem, a small entertaining tip for you. Once, in the court of a king, there was a discussion going on whether money is important or character is important. All people in the court except one, let's keep him aside, told that character is more important than money. Of course, the king has to agree because all these people in this court supported character rather than money. But one of the minister, he objected. He told money is more important than character in the society. How? The king asked, what do you mean? Do you mean that money is more important than character? Yes, in the society, that trend, that feeling, that thought prevails. The person told, the minister told. Although character is more important, literally, practically no, money is important, he told. Can you prove? The king asked. Of course, the man agreed, the minister agreed. Yes. What is the facility you need to prove this? The king asked. For one day, I want to become the king and you have to take my place, said the minister. What do you mean? Do you know what do you say? Asked the king. Yes, of course. The richness of the place I need, said. No choice for the king. He has to agree. But before leaving his crown to this ordinary minister, the king asked the reason. The minister said, if we sit there, the richness gives me power. These power and richness are interrelated. With that power, I can control everything. If I am a poor person, if I am much more poor than whoever sits in that place, then I can't get control over the king. So I need the place, he told. Let's try. The king thought and offered his place for this minister. All the courtiers, they were afraid of, because they knew that ruling is not easy task. Whatever the mad decision this person takes will affect the whole nation. They knew that. Okay, fine. From this moment onwards, till next day this time, you will be the king, said the king. Okay. He occupied the place of the king. King got down. The first decision the minister told, put this king into the cell. Put that person into the cell. Wondered the whole court. Why? You're not supposed to question me because I am the king now. Everyone had to obey him because he was the king. He had the power. So, the courtiers objected, saying that this is not the money you makes you to speak. This is the power makes you to speak. The minister said, this is the power of the money. This is the power of the money which makes me to speak. Can you make an ordinary person a king? No, you are not interested. You are not supporting because that person is poor. The king is born rich. Maybe the money is of subjects or whoever. He is born rich. Because of that richness, he has the power. That's why you obey. If you agree, I'll get down from this place. Yes, they agreed, and before completing 10 minutes, he proved that money is much more powerful than character. This need not be true everywhere. This is saying in English, nobility of birth is an accident. Nobility of character makes man great. Time has changed. Nobility of character, nobility of ability, nobility of knowledge, nobility of education, that prevails over this nobility of richness at present. We had to accept it. And another thing we had to accept is, money can't buy character. Money can't buy education. Money can't buy good nature. Money can't buy truthfulness. But all these can make money. Maybe slower, no problem, but they can make money. May not be too rich, but for their to meet the daily needs. Which one? Bread, shelter and fire. Yes, bread, shelter and fire is possible. Right? Yes, that's all the poem. And I hope you to submit the notes at the earliest of this poem. Send the notes, one lesson each. It will be easy for me, correction also, and it's easy for you to learn also. If you won't give it for correction, sometimes some answer may be wrong. You can't identify it. Don't rely on guides only. Better to read the text. The textual answer sometimes differs with the guide answers, because teaching practically is entirely different than writing the answers. So be aware of that. Let's go to the next lesson. Babar Ali. So, world's youngest headmaster making remarkable changes in India. So, Word transformation. What is transformation? Transformation means a complete change. Can you think of people who brought some transformation with the fellow beings or with the people who are with them? Just imagine, we normally talk about bringing transformation in the lives of those who have the right to lead a better life. But how many of us work in that sense? That's important. We have our own work, maybe studying or maybe teaching, maybe cooking or maybe earning, maybe cleaning or maybe playing, whatever it may be. We have our own work. In our busy schedule, will we bother about others much more? I can't change their life, but I feel pity. This is normally what we hear. There's a question. Did anybody of us thrive in that sense of bringing a change or bringing a transformation in the lives of those who really need it? If we question this, normally the answer is no. Right? The answer should be yes. And few people, they have brought changes in the lives of fellow men in such a way that the whole world recognizes their work. If such people are too young, then it will be great. It will be a greatest thing. What's the basic need other than this food, shelter and fire or clothing? Everyone need education. Right? The word education means knowledge. But nowadays, the concept of education has changed. Now we consider the people educated on the basis of certified knowledge. If you have extraordinary knowledge in a subject, no, let it be in a language, full command over a language. Have you completed your MA in that language? Have you did PhD in that language? No, I didn't study it at all. Then, no, he is uneducated in that sense. But education means knowledge. There's a community called Soligas near Baba Budangiri Hills. There, a just 12 years boy can understand nearly 300 varieties of plants. Not only identify, he knows its medicinal value, where it grows, how to grow, when to sow, what to give. Everything he knows. But he may not know to write even his name. Whether to consider him as educated or uneducated, that is the question. In that question, we consider him as uneducated because he can't read or write. Trekking is so easy for them. He can climb even 30 feet high tree also within a second without any extra supports, equipments. But he'll be considered as uneducated. Sometimes doctors who did MBBS, MD, DM, yes, even DM degree holders fail to cure some diseases, and a common person, village lout, with folklore medicine cures it. We consider that it's a miracle. But do we call him as a doctor? No. Although he cures such many cases, we won't call him a doctor. He gives local medicine. That's all. Doctors are those who have certified knowledge of medicine. So education is certified knowledge at present. We won't consider education just as the knowledge at present. So it should be changed and it should be considered as knowledge. If this education and knowledge prevails together, goes hand to hand together, then the world will be very beautiful. Alright? This is just a basic tip. Before we start the lesson, Babrali. If you Google the name Babrali, so many pages you will get about this boy. Now he is a youth. The youngest headmaster in the world. What do you mean by headmaster? The highest authority of a high school. The youngest headmaster in the world. It's not BA, BEd, MA, BEd, PhD, nothing. It's just mere a student, but a headmaster of a school where nearly 800 students were learning. We are going to learn about such a great personality, such a young personality with great thoughts in the next lesson. Let's continue in the next class.